Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. We like to say we are back again.
We're back again, yes.
We'll bring it back again.
We'll bring it back again like two
P
square. Busybody, yeah. Anyway.
It's the James and Ori show.
Yeah, and it's 2024.
So
this is our first...
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. This is our first episode for the year.
Yes.
And hopefully not our last one either.
Of course.
Anyway, but yes. Welcome. I hope your Christmas, your New Year, I hope all of the groove was fine. It looks like it is time to get back to work. We are back, and as you can imagine, the entertainment scene in Nigeria never sleeps. Whether it's New Year or whatever it is, there's always something happening because those guys like drama.
In fact, one of the things that happened during that whole December drama was Burna Boy. I think it was it Shay Vibes event.
To be honest, I really don't know.
I think it was Shay Vibes event where he was performing, and then after his performance, he now goes.
He had to give you people a message. You all need to know.
He said all those people saying the three. No. He said, just know
there ain't no big three.
There's a big two, and then there's Burna Boy. And then dropped his mic. What did that information or that statement tell you?
I think it just means that Burna is like, I am in a category of one. I should not be compared. But that's maybe the I want to say the good of looking at it. The not quite the dramatic of looking at it is saying that, you know what, I am bigger. Well, I don't know if I want to say this. I am bigger, or at least different from these two people. The two of them can compete. You know, they are probably in the same level. They are not to be competing with me because I belong on my own side. So yes, but depending on how you interpret it, it's either a Burna Boy once again doing what he does, which is like proclaiming himself better than everybody else, or you can just say, trying to say, hey guys, the comparison is not fair to anybody concerned. So, but it depends on your angle. But it looks to me like a lot of people on the internet have tried to take it as him saying that, you know what, he's bigger, he's better than these other two people, and so he should be treated accordingly. And so let's not say, hey, there's a big three, like everybody's on the same level and they're just, you know, he's clearly better than they are, so the real thing is risky and they're probably competing. Burna Boy is on one side. So that's how I see a lot of people interpreting it.
So I feel like Burna Boy has been hearing that information. People have been saying big three, and they're looking at people like, you are mad. Are you mad, bro? Like, he will just say in low key on his own and just be saying that, or maybe he will read online and say called the big three. Like, are you people stupid? They are calling me big three. What's big three? He doesn't even care the sequence, whether he's number one in the big three or whatever. He's not.
Sure, those don't be comparing with these guys
on his own lane. But when you look at it again, where's the lie though? Where's the lie? If you look at it,
you know, that's the one thing I think you can no matter how you want to shout or whatever. But I'm outside again, you know, be like, the man doesn't really lie, Sha.
Where's the lie? You know.
I don't think Burna Boy really...
Look at the record, look at the facts.
Yeah.
Look at what he did all through. I mean, I watched a lot of his performances from you know, last year, or the international, even the tour. This is what's it called? The new album, the tour that he did. He went around different.
You love that mini tour?
Yeah, love that mini. And, you know, look at the places that he went to, the stadiums. It's iconic. It's nothing that anybody has done.
Let's just face it. Yes, the past 2-3 years. International, I don't think anybody, and I mean, when I say anybody, I mean Fela included, by the way, anybody in the history of Nigeria has had the Burna Boy run, as in from the MSG Madison Square Garden performance to, I think he's done the O2 as well.
Of course,
he's got nominated for the Grammy more than anybody else. You know, he's won for his own record. You know, so it's a crazy run, man. Internationally, as in, I think since the beginning of time, since the beginning of the invention called Nigeria, I doubt it very much that anybody that we've known who is, in quotes, a local boy, somebody that was here, not them Shade, Andrea, and Silo, that are like Nigerians by name or whatever, somebody that we know, you know, in Papa's house, stay somewhere else, you get. I don't think anybody has had the Burna Boy run.
Has achieved what he has achieved.
Yes.
So I mean, you have to give it to him. So if he's saying there's no big three, it's just him and the other people can.
You can be competing, whatever. But you know what? I shouldn't be put in that category. There is actually a lot of things you can say. You know what? I can back it up. So I think that's also part of the annoyance of certain people as concerning him.
Pissing people off.
Yes, you know. There's one thing where you can say, you know, it's funny, right? So it's a bit of a paradox. You can claim you are something and you are not, and people will be angry. But you can also claim you're something, and you are, and they'll be angry because they're like, there's no way. Where do you want to attack him from? Yes, really, it's difficult.
Like you hate to attack. You hate to love him. Like you hate to. Okay. Yes. If let's say I want to just assume that maybe one of the big twos heard what he said and want to say, what the F did he just say? What about? And you just think about, how do I now say this is not true? You just say,
well, I think
whatever.
I think that yes, for the artists themselves, they will not even bother thinking about it.
Yeah, just leave it.
But for the fans, they are the ones who really get angry. But even they should think about it. Really, there's really no way. How do you want to attack?
So what should we anticipate? To perform? What do you expect?
The guy can. No, I'm sorry. Let me just. He can perform. He's performed in the biggest spaces in the world. Yes. The peak of a person's career, non-financially, is probably the Grammys. My guy has it. He has a couple of nominations now. He's nominated in a category traditionally reserved for American artists. He's a Nigerian. He's gotten that. He's made crazy money, as he likes to tell everybody. You get. So there's really, where do you really want to attack and say, he's not? There's nothing you can attack Burna Boy. He can sing, he can rap, he can dance. There's nothing the boy cannot do. So it really is difficult, man.
He's also dating one of the hottest chick in the game. Should we say so?
I thought they not broken up.
But he bought her a Rolls Royce.
He's still. I don't believe that was him.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe that was him.
What do you not believe? Which part are you saying?
I haven't seen evidence to show that the Rolls Royce was actually bought by Burna Boy. I haven't seen it. Serious.
Okay.
Anyway, that's what I think, Sha. Okay, so you can see that he dated one of the whatever in the game. So yeah, whatever it is, Sha, this man is the king of the world. So it's really difficult to. So I understand the beef he gets because, to be honest, nobody is touching Burna Boy right now. Nobody knows how long anybody stay on the top would be. But
I was going to ask you.
I'm touching him.
February 5, is it February 5? Yeah, the Grammys. What do you see happening? Do you see Burna Boy? I mean, we have one category that's supposed to be like an African category.
No, so to speak. I didn't want to be too safe. Is it?
No, I mean, we have a particular.
Okay, what performance then? African.
Okay,
it's one.
So, what do you see happening in that category?
Look, I mean, I'm thinking.
Burna Boy is going to go home with it?
Yeah, I'm thinking all of them. I'm thinking of them as like a group. You get, that's how I'm thinking about it. I think Burna Boy has 3 nominations or 4. I'm not sure.
I think it's 3.
I think he has 3. In 3 different categories. I think then Davido has 3 as well.
3 as well.
In
yes.
2 different categories.
Yes.
2, I think.
Yes.
Anyway, yes. So me, I believe that of the person I feel I'm most certain would win is Burna Boy. I don't think the rest of them would win, only because I don't think anybody really knows them. You have to understand the way I feel, the way these things work is there's a quality conversation, but when it comes to African artists at the Grammys, it is not really a quality conversation. It is almost entirely about we know you conversation. When it comes to the way they send you the link to vote for who you want to vote for that particular category, most people would just go to, okay, I've heard this one's name and I'll take the name. They will not go and listen to the song and start, okay, how did they vote? I'm not sure. So on that basis, Burna Boy has appeared in all of the big music and regular entertainment magazines in the West. So those voters definitely know his name. Davido has not. So maybe only a few people know him. Wizkid, that one, they give him whatever. He doesn't even say anything. He's always boring. So sadly, I don't think that they would remember him enough to want to vote for him. So that's why I believe. And of course, the rest of them are really just Nigerian artists. The Arya Star, the what's her name? Who else? Ashake. Those are Nigerian artists. Let's face it. They are not international artists yet.
Then the South African listening.
Then yes, of course.
Yes, that's
Tyler.
Also
yes. So Tyler, yes. So yes, Tyler is a bona fide Oyibo artist like Burna Boy. So yes, so she too, because she's had a lot of exposure, and in fact, she might even be the luckiest because a lot of her exposure has come around the time when the voting is actually taking place. Over the past, I think November, December, she was practically everywhere, and this is around the time when things are really, really shaping up for the Grammys. So in that presence of mind thing, you can imagine that, okay, Tyler will stand a great. In fact, Tyler and Burna Boy, they are the people like, if I'm going to back African artists, I'm backing Tyler, I'm backing Burna Boy. The rest of them, I'm like, I beg, you'll never reach. Ashake is big here, but internationally,
not globally yet.
He did the thing in the UK with the O2.
O2, yeah.
He hasn't done the US. I don't think he can do the US. The US is a very weird market. I don't think so. That's why Burna Boy performing there and becoming some kind of success in the US is a big, chunky deal. Nobody else has that except Tyler, of course. I'm saying that, but in Nigeria, nobody else has what Burna Boy has. So yeah, so I really, Ashake, I beg, let him. He will rest. He will definitely rest.
Anyway, let's keep it moving. I mean, another person who will say was like Burna Boy in his time. I mean, if we put it like that, it would have been Tubaba, right? Tubaba was global at that time, even at the time when.
Not global, sure.
I mean, it was somewhat global. I mean,
How
it may not have been the Burna Boy kind of global, but at that time, what was obtainable, Tubaba was global in that at that time. I mean, he had a song, a soundtrack on Fat Girls, which was an international movie.
He won a big movie though. He was not on the level of Black Panther at all, not even.
No, of course not. But I'm saying we have to look at it from that. That time we were even still in the, should I say, what's the word? We're not really as digital as we are right now. Do you understand? We were very much in the whole CD era where your music or your CD had to go to somewhere. They didn't have to download.
No. I get that. I'm just trying to say that.
I'm just saying that at that time, the biggest artist in Africa was Tubaba. All right. So right now, Tubaba is saying that the artists of today now, more that to him, he's now like an upcoming artist to all these people or to the situation. Even while he still hints that he's coming out with a new album anytime soon. He's probably in the studio and that he's coming out with a new album. So, but it begs the question right now, where do we place Two-Face? This same Tubaba that we've known from African Queen, from, Kenneth Music, up to Hypertech, up to, Amaka Disappoint Me, up to Gaga Shuffle, to right now. Where do we place Tubaba? Even as humble as I feel like, and rightfully so, I don't think Tubaba will want to come and be knocking his chest like a Burna Boy today that he's. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But where should we, or realistically, should we place Tubaba right now? Or where is Tubaba right now in the music business?
Well, right now, as we are speaking, on the 4th, or something?
Yes.
On the 4th of January, Tubaba is nowhere in the industry. Sad to say, but yes, he's nowhere. If, however, he releases a song, and is that song or that album, now it's okay, where can we slot you in? As it stands, of course, there's the big three, even if Burna Boy no angry. There's the big three. Burna Boy no vex. Anyway,
stop.
There's the big
two. There's Burna Boy, so you have to keep.
Sorry.
Yeah. And others.
Then there's people like them, Kiss Daniel, who I think has a right to claim 4.
Why can't we not put Tubaba? I'm sorry, Kiss Daniel. Like if there was a. Okay, no. Let me put it like this. I don't want us to deviate from what we are.
Yes, like this is a big 4.
Look at Kiss Daniel.
Yes.
And look at Tiwa Savage. Where are you going to place, if you are going to place one person before the other, who are you going to place?
So that's what I wanted to explain further. Yeah. So right now, I think Kiss Daniel is number 4. Tiwa might even be number 6, because I will put them Rema before Tiwa.
Are you serious?
Yes, 3 years ago, Tiwa was number 4. Go before then, Olamide was number 4. Yeah. So there's a way in which the top 3 has maintained their positions for like almost a 10-year, 9-year, 11-year period, 12-year period, However, the 4th to 7th has always been changing. There was a time when that Olamide incredible run of like 7 albums back to back, whatever, every year, like 5 or whatever albums, that time, that period, he was definitely the 4th person on that list. Sometimes he might even move into 3rd self, but he was the one that was 4th here. Tiwa also had that time where she's also the one. In 2024, 2023, 2022, I think Kiss Daniel can boldly say, you know what, I am the person who is just under them. According to that nonsense song, you go shock, you say I get money, pass your faith, you say lie. He doesn't have money more than big 3, but
wow.
I can say that yes, he definitely deserves, he's probably number 4 at the moment. So that's how the thing kind of shifts. So people like Two-Face now, they are coming in, they are definitely going to have to start from like, it's kind of okay, sorry, let me give like an analogy because this is the time. Rafael Nadal, the tennis player, he had an injury problem for like a 2-year or 1-year period. He didn't play throughout the ATP season last year. And now he's back. He's playing Brisbane, which is like a smaller tournament before the Grand Slam. Anyway, so he's back now. Nadal is like 650 in the world or something. Nadal was number 1 for a longer time, you get. So that's how it works. So even if Two-Face was like number 1 artist for like a 5-year, 6-year period back in the day, at the moment, as we speak, he's definitely not in top 20. So what then happens is that, okay, because he's Two-Face, and because he's the only person who existed 20 years ago in the industry, maybe 2000 or 2000 when he released his first album, 2002, yeah, about when he released his first album, and he has somehow succeeded in being relevant enough for us to be discussing him in 2024.
Yeah.
Yes, so we put him in a particular category. So he's like, maybe after you think about the boys who are reigning, he's the person just under them. So if there are 20 people who are popping, he's 21. If there are 30, he's 31. So that's kind of the way. So he has to now work his way back into any of the riches. But I don't think that no matter what he releases, I don't think he's ever coming back to top 5. I really doubt it, you know. Not because the music is bad or blah, 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 but for two things. One, people are really the way they are, in that they are really creatures of their era. So I don't know how Two-Face wants to sing that a 16-year-old, 15-year-old who loves Rema, who loves Charlie Poppy, is not going to say, I like Two-Face over Charlie Poppy. Somebody whose experiences they can relate to. Two-Face is singing to you about maybe some kind of old idea of romance or whatever it is. This 16-year-old is on the street looking for girls or looking for boys all over the place. Two-Face is in his house. Even if he's looking for girls, looking for boys, they're probably calling him. He's not on the streets toasting babes randomly, which is not what you get, whatever. If, what's his name, Black Bones, who is younger than Two-Face, way younger than Two-Face, is singing a song called Back in Uni. How many people who were in uni? You get? These are kind of the things, you know, that kind of, like, relatability is a very strong force in pop music, which is why, of course, sex and drugs and alcohol always, and party just always sells, because everybody wants to be in those kind of places. So once you've aged out of that scene, pop music is really, really, really difficult for old folks. Difficult as hell. So I'm saying, yes, that Two-Face can come back, but it's definitely not going to come back as anybody who is in the top reaches of the industry, because he's way older now, and so he's talking this particular way. And again, you know, pop music is especially entirely for youth. So yes, if it shows up, let's see what happens. I want the album to be good, but it's going to be for people like us. We are 30 plus, 40 plus.
I think I'll wait for that album to see what he does, because what I will expect from a new Two-Face album.
Yes.
And before you put out an album, if you put out something, let's hear, like a single. Do you understand?
Funny, Two-Face has actually had singles over the past 2 years. We just did not hear them because they did not pop like these other people. Fact, by the way, check his YouTube, you'll be surprised.
So that we can at least test what is, because if he tries to, you know, push around the sound that people are doing right now, that will be the problem.
So yes, it won't be the problem, because again, think about it. The last big, when you say big, it's still in quotes anyway, the last big Two-Face song was a song that adapted the sound of the moment. Two-Face was just lucky.
Which one are we going to say? Is it Gaga Shuffle or Amaka Disappoints Me?
Gaga Shuffle.
Okay.
Gaga Shuffle, I think, was the last, whatever. I think that came after Amaka Disappoints Me, I think.
No, before.
I think it came after.
Is it after? Okay.
But whatever the case, anyway, remember that Gaga Shuffle, Amaka, even if that was the last one, had Peruzzi, who is in quote at the time, was a new cat. So it meant that he was using the new sound. Gaga Shuffle was using that their pom 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 sound to make a hit. So there's also that as well.
So another thing is, when we look at these artists, that means we'll place a Wande Coal before Tubaba right now, right?
Yes, that's not arguable. One, he's younger than Two-Faces. Two, he's had a series of records. Last year he had a hit record. I mean, not last year was a very funny by the way. There was really no big hit last year. I think people, I don't realize it, but 2002, where you had like Calm Down doing a madness.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let's continue.
People don't understand that last year there was a shortage of big hits. We had Buga, of course. You get 2002. You had Calm Down too, which also I think 2002 as well, or Spoon Over for 2001. You know, those were big songs. Last year there was really no big chunky songs. They were hits, but there were no really big songs. So Wande Coal had one of them in Paper So, the song with Olamide. It was popular, not a big fat hit, but at least it was a decent one. You have to go back 4, 5, 2018, 2019 before you get a Two-Face song. So at the moment, Wande Coal is definitely a more valuable, in quotes, artist, or ranked higher in the pop star list than Two-Face. So if this album comes out and maybe it's better than Wande Coal, because Wande Coal's album, I won't lie, wasn't that good. If Two-Face's song comes out and it's better and it has maybe 1 or 2 hit songs, even if they're only small hits, I think then maybe his whatever will
climb, right?
Climb, exactly.
What will you place the band? Who, by the way, is busy every other weekend, every other day till date.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So that's why people like them Two-Face also have. Okay, so hey, maybe yes. Okay, but of course Two-Face is before the band. But the band's era too is probably only the band that has already survived this particular moment. So people like that are lucky in the sense that a lot of the people that were their biggest fans, people of maybe our age or maybe older a little bit, are not people in positions in power. What that means is that they would always have a chance to perform. So the records, there are nobody's going to be doing TikTok challenges with the band song, you know. But live performances, we still want to see the band because that's who we grew up with. We still want to see Two-Face because that's who we grew up with. So that's the other advantage these people have.
Where are you going to place Timaya? Who is also putting out singles, actually relatively good singles every other year. Yes.
So in my view, just because of One Day School's success from last year, in fact for the past 2-3 years, not big success but just a certain level of success, and the album he put out, I would say that Timaya is just underneath One Day. You know, because yes, Timaya is a very very interesting case of like an artist. I feel like he just knows that, you know what, there's no need to compete with these boys. Put out my one song. If the thing hits, fine. I make a bunch of shows with that. And that's the good thing about when you have like a solid catalog. Timaya can probably perform like 2 hours straight of his hits, or maybe another 30 minutes of his hit songs. So it means that if he has one big song now, you can call him to a concert, he'll perform that big song that's winning now and then the other song. So that's why a back catalog is like a super valuable thing, which is why Two-Face has like a big chance to once again collect everybody's money come December. Because if this album shows up and it has like 1 or 2 big songs, it will revive interest in his back catalog. So then I wouldn't even put it out of the way that Two-Face can actually play a 2-3 hour session at a hotel or somewhere or anywhere else, whereby the reason why people are coming to this show is to hear these 2 new big songs, but they know that okay, for the rest of the evening they'll have a fantastic time because the man has solid jams that they've known for like going back years. And again, because it's our generation, we now have some kind of money, we can actually like afford tickets to like a Two-Face show. So that's the reason why that's why these artists keep pursuing like a big song now, because the fact is not like this one song is enough for them, but they know that they can always rely on the back catalog that this other new song will push through, which is that's how it works.
Can we call in MI at this point? Where do you see MI?
So MI's case, I want to say, is a little sad, only because we're talking about in this category, we're talking about people who are pop stars. MI is a rapper. It's not quite the same thing. I think rappers have a shorter shelf life, sadly. And again, MI's time, and this is where you think about things like the things you don't do at the time kind of affect you going forward. MI's or Chocolate City's refusal to do a lot of videos, to put a lot of singles for their albums, I think kind of limits the amount of hours he can play for to a large audience. Of course, I see people like me who probably knows every song in his first 2 or 3 albums. That's people like me you get. But if you're saying, oh, much more people than listen to rap music, pop music, MI has some various songs that would have been good as pop songs if they had videos and they pushed at the time. You know, unfortunately, I can only think of maybe 6-7 songs that I think MI can comfortably perform, that I feel like if you random people on the streets to say, hey, do you know these songs, they would know. Maybe for less than 6 or 7 you get. Meanwhile, if they had pushed some of those records from, he has I think 4 or 5 albums, all those albums like a lot more at the time, he would have a lot more credibility, a lot more popularity with regular people, and so he could he could do a lot more with them.
I mean, I could go on and on, but I want to just put this final one that okay, if I say let's put a top 10, do you agree that Flavor will make it easily
into the top 10 today? I don't know about easily, honestly. I can't say easily, but let's count. We have the top 3.
Yeah.
We have Kiss Daniel. We have Tiwa Savage. We have Arya Star. We have Ashake. We have Buju.
Are you going to put Buju before Flavor?
Yes.
I doubt.
We have there's someone I'm forgetting.
Ashake. Did you put Ashake?
I've already put Ashake. One Day.
Okay. Charlie Poppy, did you put Charlie Poppy?
Charlie Poppy, God bless you. So that's 10 already before you start mentioning your guy. So yes, Flavor can maybe come into top 15, you know, but definitely not top 20. None of the older guys should come into top 20, maybe except one Deco. Top 12. I really doubt it very much. But anyway, I think...
Tell us what you think.
Exactly.
I mean, try to rate these artists based on what is happening right now.
Yeah.
Music, personality, influence, and so on. So, I mean, projection for 2024, who do you see? I mean, did we have any artists that gave us a snippet that we should be looking forward to this year? I don't know.
I think that a lot of people probably should go watching out for. Let's see what Charlie Poppy, yes. What exactly will he do this year? Can he continue his run? I think he had an album last year.
It was an EP.
Oh, it was an EP, okay. Yeah. Okay, fair. Will he get an album this year? We'll find out. I think definitely a Nigerian artist or two, if you're lucky.
When we're counting, you know that we not remember Oxlade.
I was actually thinking about it, but like, do you want to put him first? So anyway, yes. So I think a Nigerian or two would win a Grammy, which would be good for us. Let's see what Charlie Poppy does this year. Can any of the older guys find a way to get their way back into the industry? So yes.
Fireboy, DML.
Sure, you
but
see,
where is he right now?
This is why it's
like
difficult.
This
is why it's difficult to talk about these things. But anyway, we'll see. See you on the next one, please.
See you on the next one, guys.